Alright guys, so this is probably the last draft I'll be uploading. Maybe I'll upload it after the cube ends. Anyway, this is the last draft I'm doing before the cube ends. When I upload it is up to me. But what I'm going to be doing is forcing what is probably my favorite archetype, but it's generally awful. So the deck's probably going to be terrible. What we're going to do is we're going to force the Living Death plus Bazaar of Baghdad deck and hope to put the Kiki Jiki combo in there as well. And basically the game plan is it would work really well. It was a good deck when Birthing Pod was in the cube because you could just play like all the creatures in every color and then just hope to like Dark Ritual out a Living Death. Actually, I think Sundering Titan works better in this than Bloodstained Mire. So this also works. Actually, okay, I'll probably have to take Exhume here over Sundering Titan. You can kind of backdoor into Reanimator as well with this strategy. But basically what you do is you want Urborg, Bazaar of Baghdad. You basically just have Bazaar of Baghdad and you use it every turn. Get a bunch of random creatures in your graveyard. And then you Living Death. It's in your deck. And Bazaar of Baghdad draws you to it. So you just Living Death with whatever creatures you have. And hopefully kill them. It's yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we might just end up in Reanimate, which is also fine. I'm gonna take Demonic Tutor over Grim Tutor, and go from there. Ooh, there's Braids. Braids is interesting in this strategy. It's not amazing. We could also take something like Hissing Quagmire or even Imperial Seal. We could just be like super efficient. Probably Imperial Seal. If we do have Bazaar of Baghdad, we can basically guarantee it will be in our opening hand at some point. So probably Survival of the Fittest, right? We can also take Painful Truths. We can just like fill our graveyard with cards. Yeah, we're gonna take this. We're also really looking for stuff like Recurring Nightmare. Recurring Nightmare Craterhoof Behemoth is one of my favorite combos. Pretty sick there. But yeah, again, you basically are competing with so many decks for moving pieces that it really never comes together. I had one sick deck playing this though that I 3-0'd with it. I had Black Lotus, which was the secret. But basically I had the Kiki Jiki combo and I just reanimated them instead of casting them. And I think I had Sneak Attack too. So my first game plan was Sneak Attack the Kiki combo into play. And if that didn't work, then I would reanimate them. And it works pretty well. Cabal Ritual is actually pretty sick with Bazaar of Baghdad. So this, if you literally have Bazaar of Baghdad Urborg, then you can just keep Cabal Ritual because you're going to have Threshold. And then this brings you to Living Death pretty quick. So we're going to take this over Corpse Dance, which I think it's just a mediocre card anyway. It's kind of funny with Survival, but it's just so much mana to activate it. Okay. I guess Dragonlord Atarka is a decent card to bring back. Although this is just creatures your opponents control, right? Yeah. Because we could take something like Arbor Elf if we think we want to be Recurring Nightmaring. But Atarka is just good. Brain Maggot's okay. Beast Within's funny, but this helps us do something. Interesting. Ooh, we could... I really want to play Nicol Bolas, but I think probably this deck wants Noxious Gearhulk. Although Siege Gang Commander is pretty great with Recurring Nightmare, but this card's also just good to bring back. And then, ooh, Gonti or Sundering Titan. Probably Sundering Titan's just more powerful. I do love me some Gonti though. So usually you would draft this deck after opening Bazaar of Baghdad. Because if it's not in the cube, like, because not all the cards that are like in the cube show up in the draft, this deck becomes quite terrible. Well, we got Braids. I would take what is it? The card that adds mana equal to your devotion. We're like basically mono black here. I'll take Hollowed Fountain. It's possible that fixes our mana somehow. And this maybe as well. And sure. So this deck looks odd, but I mean, if we don't play Survival, we're effectively mono black, which you can do some pretty sweet stuff if you're mono black Reanimator. First of all, your mana is going to be great. We can do something like Dark Ritual out Braids. Why? Oh, jeez. I mean, I think I take Soul Ring because I have Braids. Wow, this pack is insane. We have, like, Time Walk's busted, Mana Drain's busted. I would play Buried Alive, although that might wheel. Coalition Relic. Whew. Someone's gonna get past these two and be like, what on earth is going on? I would play Chupacabra, but Soul Ring is kind of an insane card, so we will be taking that. Here we can take Putrid Imp if we really just want to all in on the Reanimate, but I think I'm gonna take Lightning Greaves. Do I even need that? It's kind of funny with Gristlebrand. Because Putrid Imp, like, if it doesn't come around, we're in trouble. But it's really good in the deck, especially if we don't find Bazaar Baghdad. I'm gonna take the Imp. Okay. There's Tinker. We have one Soul Ring right now. So we have an interesting choice, actually. We can take Wasteland or Lotus Petal. Or I suppose Verdant Catacombs, but honestly, it's looking like I'm just mono black. Like, that's my life. And we have so many tutors. We have Imperial Seal, Demonic Tutor, Grim Tutor, that I think I'm going to take Lotus Petal. There's a threshold where you want to prevent your opponent from doing stuff. And I don't... And I think we can actually be faster than that. Because we're, like... A given open hand is going to have, on average, at least one of these cards. So just having mana, if we can find Entomb and then Reanimate, we can be actually a pretty busted Reanimate deck. As long as we can find the requisite spells. Otherwise, we're in trouble. I'll be taking Necrotal, I guess. I hope to... The problem with stuff like this in the cube is, like, you can play Necrotal against an opponent who is also mono black, and then you just hate your life. Okay, let's open something good. Like, if we were drafting any other deck, our deck would be absurd. We just, like, got 4th pick Dak Faden over here, and we're taking something dumb like Oath of Druids. Like, if I cut Brain Maggot... Oh, that's so bad. I'm just gonna take Dak. Nobody gets him. And he's good in Reanimator. It's just such a good card. How did... I can't pass that. So we're kind of experiencing one of the major downsides of forcing strategies in the cube. And I think probably I get a lot of... Or most of the flack I get for when I draft the cube is, like, I take cards that I think are open every time I'm drafting, because I draft to win. And I don't think forcing strategies is fun most of the time. Like, when you force it and it works, that's great. But when you just go in with some mentality of what you're going to draft, if it's not open, like, I don't... It might be open, but it's not opened. Like, we're not seeing the Reanimate spells that we would need to make this strategy work. So now we're just kind of stuck with this weird deck where all of our spells are of the same color, but we don't do anything yet. Like, we can tutor all we want, but we're tutoring for more cards that don't really do much. That's a late impulse. Like, blue-red's very open, but we're committed to mono-black here. Ooh. Emrakul, the Promised End. That's a good card to Reanimate. We could take Coercive Portal to cast off of Soul Ring, but we're taking Emrakul here. Okay, Buried Alive. I mean, we have all the tools. We got Lightning Greaves. We really just need a pack 3. But I think any normal draft, if I was doing, I probably would have... Well, first of all, I don't think Reanimator is that amazing unless you, like, first pick Entomb. I think Entomb is, like, the single most important card. Because it's a tutor effect that also puts the card into your graveyard. So it's like 2 cards in one. For 1 mana, it's instant speed. It's absolutely insane. And then you can just like turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Reanimate is one of the strongest plays you can make in this cube. Especially if the card you're reanimating is Gristlebrand. But like if you don't have those 2 cards, I just don't think the deck is worth playing. Like right now, we have Exhume, so we can go like turn 3 Buried Alive, turn 4 Exhume, and that's just so slow. And then if they like Swords to Plowshares your creature, you're in a rough time. In for a rough time? Something like that. See, like green is so open, like someone else must be forcing black, because like look at this. I'm gonna take Sakura Tri-Builder, I guess. None of this makes me feel good though. Oh, Tezzeret? This card is so good. Let's see, can I do anything with Revelark? I think I have the most chance of doing some funny combos with Revelark. Oh my gosh. I don't like Brontodon, but Sulfuric Vortex this late hurts my soul. I think that card is the reason to play mono red. Like if you just imagine turn 1 Goblin Guide. Olivia why this card's so bad. Just please. Okay, Shieldred is a card to reanimate. Can like bring back more things, so I'll be taking that. Pack Rat is a way we can salvage this draft. If you just go turn 1 Pack, or like I guess we could go turn 1 Pack Rat. Sorry, Thoughtseize. Like this is I think the only way we can win right now. We don't have any reanimate things. I was saying something about what card. Oh yeah, like just turn 1 Goblin Guide, turn 2 do whatever, play Vortex. I think an often overlooked aspect of this card is nobody can gain life, so they're gonna die. It's a 10-turn clock on its own. Yeah, Pack Rat versus Thoughtseize. I think like we pretty much we're just gonna be tutoring for Pack Rat every game and then hoping to Pack Rat. Man, we could have had Strip Mine and Wasteland. We're kind of locked into Chrome Box here, right? But there's no way Dark Confidant works in this deck. This is gonna be rough. Okay, well, like we can't even pivot. Like another problem with Reanimator is a lot of the cards do absolutely nothing in like any other strategy. Like you can't take Buried Alive and play it in another deck. It just does nothing. Like Putrid Imp is bad. Uno's Prowler. I mean, this card can beat down, but you don't want to be beating down. Whereas something like Force Spike just goes in any deck and you can play it and it's going to be good no matter what. So I think that's another reason why. And like Fatties too. Like if you take something like Sundering Titan and you're just like hoping to cast it instead of reanimate it, it's a rough time. But my theory is someone... Oh, Sneak Attack. Wait. Because we have all of these tutors. Hang on. Shallow Grave. Okay. Maybe nobody is cutting us. We were cutting ourselves. How do I make this Sneak Attack mana work? We don't even have great Sneak Attack targets, but it is just fun. Soul Ring, Pack Rat, Cabal Ritual. I still like Braids. We have outs to play around turn 1. Or like turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Braids on the play. It's pretty busted. Ooh, Smokestack? We don't really have any way to... Oh, we maybe just have to take Rakdos Signet for sneak attack, but Smokestack is great with Soul Ring. It's like really bad with everything else in our deck though. But sometimes you gotta get lucky. Blackleaf Criffs or Kozilek. So we got like literally one reanimate card. I think I took Kozilek because we have Shallow Grave. Yeah. Mesmeric Fiend, I guess. Alright, well somehow we're fitting red in the deck. Probably not Revel Arcing. This is gonna be some games right here. 28. These are lands, so 25 we need to cut some. Doesn't really matter. What do we cut? Shallow Grave or yeah, I don't think Lightning Greaves is great here. We have Mesmeric Fiend, Brain Maggot. Do I even want these? I don't know if I want these cards. I guess it just like buys us more time. They're like fine with Braids. Necrotol buys us time. Yeah, we have Gearhulk. And Shieldred. Yeah, we got stuff to do. Alright. So the main benefit this deck has is we have like 15 tutors. Ooh, Faithless Looting? Badlands. Well, we got Nykthos. I don't even know if it's worth taking a colorless card here, but I don't think I'm going to play the other one. Desperate Ritual, no. Hey, we got there. Alright, well, we forced an archetype. I do not recommend playing this deck, but we're going to get there anyway. Let's see how this mana works out. These are lands, 24, 16 lands. I think we need one more land, right? Putrid Imp, Imperial Seal. I am playing Cabal Ritual. Am I playing Bloodfast? We're just gonna kill ourselves so quickly. Maybe I just side in Atarka for creature matchups. Because basically we're just gonna be reanimating Sundering Titan most of the time. And go from there. I'm keeping Smokestack in. Don't tell me not to put it in. It's staying in the deck. 11 and 2. Let's change that, shall we? 9 and 5, 9 and 4. 5 red sources seems okay. 14, 15, 16, 17. Boom. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're on the play. What can we do? Soul Ring? Of course. Oh my gosh. We're on the play. This hand does absolutely nothing. I hate this deck. I'm keeping. I'm not going to mulligan any farther. I need action. I'm not taking a Mesmeric Fiend. Basically, we need to find... Like, here's where Entomb is busted. Because Entomb plus Shallow Grave, we're going to get Thoughtseize. Oh, what? No! Okay. Show me what you got. It's possible. How are we playing against mono black? They must have been in our draft and taking all of our black cards. That's like the only explanation. We'll see if they play any duplicate black cards to us. Oh, that's a good card. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. Well, yeah, we're dead. 3 mana. Mind Twist? Okay. That's game 1. Good work, Puppet Ninja. Necrotol is definitely staying out. Just gonna run it back. Alright, going first. Come on, deck. Okay. We got a turn 2 sneak attack. But I think I'm going to play a turn 2 smokestack. And set up for a turn 3 braids. Because I like not having fun. For my opponent, at least. If I'm gonna die with a smokestack in play, you know? This hand's still like I'm gonna accomplish my dream play of the smokestack, and it still doesn't do anything. Pack rat. Ooh. I mean, smokestack is just mana efficient here. If we draw a swamp next turn, we can basically get sacrifices off of our pack rats. What are they creating? I don't know why they're tapping their blue here, but now they don't have mana, so that's good for us. Okay, they went to cleanup. They didn't even play a land. So that's game. So you sacrifice your land? I'm gonna put a soot counter. So that goes their land. I guess if their game plan is just do nothing, but that's so bad. So now we need to decide if we're going to sneak attack or pack rat, and the answer is obviously pack rat. We could just get rid of this dumb mountain here. And if they're discarding again, that's great. Do whatever, man. Forest. Whoa. Oh no. Can we talk about how this is the same opponent who went turn 1 Dark Ritual Hypnotic Spectre? What? Dude. Okay. That's fine. That is not what I expected. Well, now we're in a bind. Smokestack, you didn't do much for us. Honestly, though, I think if they didn't have Fastbond there, this would have been a good play because we just have Pack Rat as pressure. Now we're just gonna jam. Ooh, Exhume? Do I just bring back my Pack Rat? Bring back Pack Rat. Give me my cards. Go. This is so bad. I'm fighting over a 1/1. But they only have 3 cards in hand. Urborg. We can play Braids if we want. How is my opponent playing a better mono black deck than I am? And I'm mono black. That makes no sense to me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Let me hit you with them rats. We're gonna discard Brain Maggot. And I will play the Bloodfast, I think. Because that lets us draw cards to find more Pack Rat fuel. Or even better, draw something to sneak attack into play. Oh geez. Okay, so they kept a card, they paid life, and they're fast bonding. What do they? What? I'm trying to imagine what they could have here. Alright. Playing right into it, whatever it is. I'm gonna make a rat. Discarding Grim Tutor, I don't need that dumb card. And I will try and draw something here. Shallow Grave. Perfect. We can Shallow Grave our Brain Maggot. It's the dream. Exile it at the beginning. So we can pack rat our braids. They're gonna be dead next turn if they don't do anything, but if they do something, we can pack rat our braids. At the end of our turn, we Shallow Grave it. Then they have to sacrifice a permanent. That is a combo if I have ever seen one. They're at 1 life. Dude, what are you... Okay. Tendrils? 8 mana. Hardcast Gristlebrand. Interesting. So I can make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 rats. So each one will be a 5/5. They gain 7, go to 8, and take 10, so they just die. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's how that math works. Hardcast Gristlebrand, huh? Discard you. Discard you. I don't want to know about sneak attack. Okay, that was weird. Their deck is not at all what I thought it was. Makes me feel better about my deck. I'm running mine back. Well, we have a great hand. This is like as good as it can possibly get for us. We have Soul Ring turn 1. We have Demonic Tutor. Obviously, they're going to Dark Ritual. See, you don't just throw Fastbond in random decks and hope it to be good. Also, unless you're going to use that Swamp, you just wait until next turn and then play your land. Otherwise, you're just down a bunch of mana. Or not down a bunch of mana, but down life. So, there was no reason for them to play that Swamp there. Dark Ritual, okay. I wanted that card. 5 mana, Liliana, Death's Majesty. Mind Twist? Oh my gosh, no. Okay. We kept Exhume. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh, wait. Never mind. Stupid Demonic Tutor. We... Alright. Here... Oh! That's what I was gonna... Oh my gosh, guys. That's what I was gonna Demonic Tutor for. Okay. Alright. Sometimes that's not the card I want. Sundering Titan, Shieldred, and I suppose Noxious Gearhulk? No, because Shieldred's fine. What else do I want? Could get Kozilek, shuffle them all back in. This is an absurd series of draws. Noxious Gearhulk? Sure. So we have Exhume, and we can also Demonic Tutor for Shallow Grave, even though I guess we should have taken more care to how we ordered our graveyard. I don't even know if it let us choose. It did not let us choose. We might play around Force Spike or whatever. Are we gonna win this game that we got turn 2 Mind Twisted? Holy cow. So Sundering Titan locks them out of mana, but we played our Mountain, so we're gonna Shieldred. This is the most all-in play. Obviously they can just kill it with the one card that we already saw them play, which was Ultimate Price. So probably don't do that. What is this? X Black? Phyrexian Metamorph. At the beginning... Okay. Well... I get to choose what I sacrifice. So now... Oh, that's actually pretty good. I kind of want to grab Sundering Titan and then sacrifice it, and then they just have no lands in play. That's pretty sick. Oh, that's not how that works. Guys, I messed up. Well, that's pretty good for them. Well, now I have a Sundering Titan. Oh, gosh. Kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that. But then it's just going to die to their Shieldred. So we need a Demonic Tutor for an instant speed way to kill Shieldred. Which I don't believe I have in the deck because I didn't put Murder's Cut. So that's good. Shallow Grave on upkeep. Yep, that's... Oh, actually, this was a brilliant play. Guys, I'm really good at this game. If only we had like literally any other reanimate spell. We could Shallow Grave. No, we can't. Oh my gosh, this is a hopeless game. They even have Swamp Walk too. Yep. So we have to sacrifice. And unfortunately, Sundering Titan now becomes the top card. So I took Shallow Grave because I wanted to reanimate Shieldred at a time that would, like, end of turn, make them sacrifice. And this is the beginning of upkeep, right? So, like, we can get a Shieldred and sacrifice it, but that only delays the inevitable. RIP Sundering Titan. Okay, so I think we just die, right? This deck's so bad. I don't sacrifice anything. We drew a swamp, but we can't even Grim Tutor because it kills us. So we can play Braids. And they have to sacrifice a land. We can kill literally all of their lands with our Sundering Titan. And maybe they misclick and kill Shieldred. So we take 6, we can no longer cast Grim Tutor. Okay, now we can Shallow Grave back Sundering Titan, but now that even kills our swamp. Oh gosh, and we sack a creature before we can trigger the Braids. This is not good. Okay. Alright, I'm done. See you guys round 2. Alright, we're here for round 2. We got Faithless Looting into nothing. Ooh, Chrome Box? We're gonna lead off with Badlands here. Discard Shieldred Mountain. And next turn we will Exhume. I'd just like to point out we're playing against another opponent that's playing Urborg Mono Black. I guess everyone just forces mono black when the cube's about to end for some weird reason. Or, more likely, the Magic Online just pairs you with people who drafted the same deck. Because that seems to happen a lot of the time. Okay, tutoring for something. Okay, they have Skull Clamp. I assume they have Bitter Blossom in their deck, or in their hand. I think I want a Mesmeric Fiend. No, because they would have Tutor for Bitter Blossom. Okay, I'm gonna Exhume. Whatever. Give me that Shieldred. And now they can jam Bitter Blossom. And the way it works is they make a token and then... No, mine triggers last, happens first. Also, the Urborg Swamp Volcanic. Did they Imperial Seal for Volcanic Island? That's just getting Skull Clamped, right? Yeah. Abandon Hope, I like it. So we're about to do this. And I don't really care about Mesmeric Fiend. And what this does is it sets up a loop where we can sacrifice Braids to her trigger and then bring her back to Shieldred's trigger. And it's just a great old time. Now our opponent just loses probably Skull Clamp. This card I really just don't think is good. Like so you clamp one thing and you feel great, but then you realize you spent 2 mana plus whatever creature you cast to draw 2 cards. So it's like they both had cycling equal to their mana cost. Only if you happen to draw those 2. Now, if you happen to clamp 2 or more things, like, I'm not saying it's always bad. Like Skull Clamp, Bitter Blossom is insane. Skull Clamp, Young Pyromancer is good, but most of the time it basically does that. Like you clamp one thing maybe, and then that's it. Why? Why does this happen? Shieldred has killed me more times. And now I have to sack a land. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. Okay. I kind of want both. Whatever, I want to Faithless Looting. I can turn Emrakul into something better. Like a swamp. And that's how you... No, and they... we're dead. This is it. It's over. They can... We should have sacked the Chrome Mox, because they can Phyrexian Revoker or Chrome Mox. What? Gristlebrand. I have a... It's not land, right? Okay. Well, we have a shot now, because our opponent doesn't know what's going on. Shallow... That is how you win a game of Magic. Oh my goodness. Perfect. We got Demonic Tutor, Shallow Grave, bad cards. Like what? Here's why Demonic Tutor is so much worse than Entomb. We're going to Demonic Tutor for Buried Alive. Like, what? Like, that's how we have to get something into our graveyard. We could also Mesmeric Fiend, but I kind of like Demonic Tutor, Buried Alive, Shallow Grave. Although I don't know how to stack the triggers with Buried Alive. What else could we get? Like, really the only card that has a chance of winning the game is Pack Rat, because that's the only good card in our whole deck. But, like, we drafted this deck to do things, and we're committing to those things. Wait, now they're a Metalworker deck? No attack, what is happening? I have no idea. Ooh. Buried Alive, like, almost turns on Threshold. Okay, so I assume the order we click them is the order that they are reanimated. So we want Kozilek on top. So Shieldred, Emrakul. What am I doing? I can't get Kozilek. Hang on. I was like, we can Shallow Grave Kozilek, but we don't have the mana for that. I don't see any value in Shallow Graving Shieldred. But I do see value in Shallow Graving Emrakul. But even more in hitting Noxious Gearhulk. Okay, this ordering is horrible. So it's the first one you click ends up on top. Does it say that? Because everything else, like what you click is the order it and like you put it back, right? So I clicked Shieldred first. It should be the farthest into my. That's very counterintuitive. Okay, opponent's finally doing something. They're attacking with Metalworker. I could dig it. Nothing. This smells of counterspell. So I think I'm gonna run out. I would normally just slam Liliana here off Cabal Ritual, but I kind of want a Mesmeric Fiend and just see what's happening over there. Whoa. Blink of an Eye, Memory Jar, Nicol Bolas, Riftwing, Cloudskate. I'm gonna take Blink of an Eye and they have no plays this turn. Yeah, so Reanimate would have gone pretty poorly. We can Cabal Ritual for 3. Chromox up to 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's not enough. So we pass. Also, Chromoxing into a Riftwing Cloudskate is generally not a great idea. So they can actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they cannot Nicol Bolas unless they drew an artifact. It's interesting that they didn't want to just cast Riftwing Cloudskate. I guess bouncing a swamp is not that exciting. Oh no, you drew an artifact? Such is life. I think they kill a mountain here. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I think we're still doing pretty well here. So here's the game plan now. Enter Shallow Grave. Give me back Shieldred. Oh look, I get to reanimate something. Is that an Emrakul? You bet. You betcha it is. Thanks, Emrakul. Time to hit Nicol Bolas for 6 life. Liliana is going to reanimate. Let's see. They have, what do they have? They played Mountain. They didn't even play Lotus Petal. Nicol Bolas. They have a Riftwing Cloudscape that's going to bounce Emrakul, which we won't be casting for a while. I kind of like just Swamp. Yeah, I kind of like Chromoxing away the Cabal Ritual to Liliana here. Liliana. I wished I could discard this Sundering Titan, because cutting them off all their mana would be so sick. But we're just going to get a Gear Hulk, and Gear Hulk is going to kill... See, this card should say non-artifact because of how those things go. I guess I kill the Baleful Strix so that Emrakul can hit for damage. Then Nicol Bolas kills Liliana. Riftwing Cloudscape bounces Emrakul. Shieldred dies anyway. Alright, this is not great. But it is what it is. We're attacking Nicol Bolas. That was like a pretty good Shallow Grave, I might say. It would be way sweeter if it just stayed around, but I can't complain too much. We went from just Mesmeric Fiend to Shieldred Emrakul Gear Hulk. And Nicol Bolas, that's a +3. Oh my goodness. And yeah, we needed to kill the Baleful Strix there so that we could Mesmeric Fiend and not let Nicol Bolas just take control of our Emrakul, because that would be really bad. Okay, killing Liliana, as one should. Alright, so it took him that long to decide to Dreadbore my creature? What? Alright, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's just frustrating losing. That's all. Lotus Petal, so we're dead. Alright. There's no hope here. Oh! We get another game? Oh, that's right, because we just straight up stole that one. Do I bring in Sulfuric Vortex against this opponent as like a legit win? I'm bringing in Olivia Voldaren. Whatever. Smokestack actually would be good as well. I just don't even know. Like, this type of effect is so bad in Vintage Cube. It's gotta be better than Smokestack though. Alright, we're gonna win this one. We're going first. Oh yeah. They snap kept their hand. Holy cow. So what are we tutoring for? Because I think we would like to Shallow Grave an Emrakul, or a Kozilek, right? We can Imperial Seal for Demonic Tutor, and then Demonic Tutor for Grim Tutor, and then just really curve out. Right? That gives us 1, 2, 3, like straight up. I'm not gonna do. I thought really hard about just doing it. That's such a bad idea. Okay. So we have Shallow Grave. Are we just tutoring for Kozilek? I think so. Next turn we're going to Mesmeric Fiend, and then the following turn we're going to Shallow Grave a Kozilek, killing 2 lands. Oh, you got a Lotus Petal. Signet. That makes reanimation a little bit worse. But Mesmeric Fiend, see what you got. I kind of want them to cast the Revoker. But I have to choose it, I guess. Okay. Why did they keep that hand so quickly? It's terrible. Ooh. Alright, well, this is how you win a game. Discard Kozilek. Oh, I would love me a Pack Rat too. But Braids just locks them out of the game. Yeah, Braids is too good to pass up here. We need to discard Pack Rat, then Kozilek. Okay, then Shallow Grave. I was really worried about that. Are we gonna win this game? Because we kill all their permanents and then we just make it so they can never play another permanent. And we know they have lands in hand. Okay, Ancestral Vision. Fine and all. I think I should have kept Pack Rat. If they're smart, they don't play a land. Why do people keep tapping blue on upkeep? I think, is this the same opponent who just let all the mana go? Okay, so I'm gonna sack a swamp because they're at 6 life. Like if they're not playing lands, we're still gonna win. Make this looting, give me Buried Alive. Okay, we can Brain Maggot them. Take your control magic, and you're dead next turn. Good work, Braids. You did your job. It's a hard lock. Guys, we won a round with this deck. I'll see you in the finals if I'm up for it. Well, this hand's busted. We are gonna keep. Soul Ring is such a dumb card. So we're set up, wow, that's really loud. To basically sneak attack. We'll play sneak attack turn 2. And then sneak in Kozilek turn 3. Like, that's not bad. I don't know if I want to just run out sneak attack into open mana. And there is a benefit of waiting to hit 4 permanents with Kozilek. I'm going to play Mesmeric Fiend. Then we can know if we're in the clear. We are definitely in the clear. So we take Vindicate here because they could kill our Soul Ring and that would be really bad. And then like Supreme Verdict is fine with me. And this way if we draw Mountain or like Lotus Petal, we can just really get them. Okay, so they drew Blackleaf Cliffs. See? This is how we drew it up. Sneak attack, red, Kozilek, boom. Game 1 down. Sideboard. So they're like control with perfect mana. We are bad cards with fine mana. I'm gonna run it back. Yep, Soul Ring, we got a, what is this? Turn 2 Smokestack? Oh geez, their deck looks really good by the way. I feel kind of bad because we had turn 1 Soul Ring both games. Like that's just how you win. Yeah, we're gonna run out of Smokestack. I love how fast the opponent is playing here. This is Magic at its finest. So we're gonna charge up Smokestack. And then we're gonna play Random Dorks. And they're gonna die. Unless they have Vindicate, okay. So no sacrifice, Smokestack counter, yep. So we're gonna lead off of Brain Maggot here. They F6'd. Ooh, okay. I don't want them to be able to Teferi. Oh, they can't Teferi because we have Smokestack out. So if I take Swords to Plowshares, then... because they're never going to hit 5 mana now. And they don't have double blue for Sphinx. So if I take this, they have no castable cards. That's not bad. So we can go Una's Prowler. They can't even Supreme Verdict. Yeah, this is great. Poor opponent. This is Smokestack at its finest. Oh my god, why? Hang on. So we took Swords. Mountain, Unburial Rights, Teferi Sphinxes. Okay, that's their hand. So basically the beauty of Smokestack is if you can catch an opponent before they can have mana. So they played their Mountain. Okay. I was just going to say, if you can catch an opponent before they have enough mana to do anything, this is just, it locks them out of the game entirely. And we could even ramp it up. Because it's possible they draw Plains into Supreme Verdict or something. Actually, it's not, because we know they're not going to be drawing cards. So that's... that's why you put Smokestack in your deck with Soul Ring, because you can do that. Well, we managed a 2-1 with that deck, which I feel is not good, because then people will not get the right message from this. The whole point of this was to draft a deck and lose with it. But just learn from this and don't do this. See you guys next time.